Hello students, today I'm going to go over the required materials for Painting 2 class. I'm going to go over this during class, but just in case that you've forgotten something, this will give you a good reference to go back to. The first thing you're going to need is a glass scraper. So if you're looking at this is a regular glass scraper. You can get at Walmart, you can get at Home Depot. It ranges from about $3 to $5 depending on which one you buy. The other thing is that a couple of them will come with a extra blades, but we always have extra blades in class. So if you can't find one with extra blades, it's fine, but make sure that you definitely bring a glass scraper. The second thing you will need is a roll of paper towel. My favorite is Bounty. Now, because I'll tell you why, and in class I'm going to complain if you bring in something that's not Bounty. Bounty is the most absorbent. It's the best type of towels that even the classicals use it. So, and it's only $2 for one of these. All right, so bring one of these to class. The third thing you need is some dish soap. Okay, we will have some out that I will provide for you in class, but I know some of you are very particular. You might consider buying your own dish soap. Okay, Dawn is only like $1. I think you can go to the dollar store and pick yourself up some in case we don't have any in class. The fourth thing that you need is a pair of scissors. All right, well, these are handy dandy all the time for cutting, you know, paper or canvas or whatever, but you definitely need a pair of scissors. You will need a lock for your Tabare. And what is a Tabare? A Tabare is the red big rolly cart that you will be storing your stuff in for class. And I do highly suggest you get one. Some of the students in the past have gotten ones that's a bit smaller because they fit a little bit better, but I haven't had trouble with these, so you can, I think these will be fine. The next thing you will need is a 4 feet by 8 feet Masonite. Now I know this isn't that big, but this is just an example. It needs to be a 1/4 inch thick, all right, not an 1/8 inch thick, a 1/4 inch thick. If you bring in an 1/8 inch thick Masonite, it's going to be too thin. All right, so make sure that you bring in a 1/4 inch thick Masonite. I recommend you go ahead and buy a 4 by 8 sheet because you're going to cut it up into about 8 2 feet by 2 feet squares, and we will be using those for in class when the model's in session. The other thing is that some of Home Depot or Lowe's will not call this Masonite, they will call it hardboard. So don't go to Home Depot and Lowe's and ask for Masonite. They don't know what you're asking for. Make sure that you go and find hardboard. All right, so the seventh thing you'll need is a toolbox. I'm going to lift this up because this is heavy. Now this is a fancy art bin toolbox. You definitely don't have to have one of these. You can get one of a fishing tackle or whatever, but this is a good size toolbox so you can store all your stuff in there. The eighth thing you will need, and I will not provide for you because students are really bad about leaving them out and getting gesso on it, and then it dries, and then I get really upset. So what you really need to have is either a 2 to 3 inch gesso brush. All right, this is just a house brush. It's nothing fancy. All right, so I would recommend that you buy a couple of these because we might actually use these for painting larger paintings. The ninth thing you will need is a glass palette. All right, the glass palette needs to be at least 8 inches by 14 inches. Don't bring in an 8.5 by 11. It needs to be 11 inches by 14 inches, so a little bit bigger. Don't make it any bigger than that because there won't be any room on your Tabare for that. I would highly suggest you either get them, you know, at a thrift store, which is fairly inexpensive. You can also get it at the dollar store, okay? And we will then put tape around this, and then you will use it for a palette, okay? Now, if you know that you will probably break one, I highly suggest you get 2. The last thing you need is a 1 inch, all right, so this is 1 inch across here by 2 inches pine board. Now this board, and it needs to be about, they sell them about 6 feet to 8 feet long, all right? So if you look at this board, it's a little shorter, because I have it at home, but you definitely can buy it at Home Depot or Lowe's at 6 footers to 8 feet, and they range between $2.50 to about, I think, $3.50. I recommend that you don't get the ones that are knotted, all right? This is just what I had at home, because when we cut them on the saws, you don't want the knots to get in the way. So I highly recommend you get the pine choice, all right? Home Depot and Lowe will have that. Again, 1 inch by 2 inches and 6 feet or 8 feet long. Now you will need at least 8 of these when we go to the wood shop, all right? Not 4, not 5, 8 of these, because we're going to be building all our panels, and I'll get to those on another in another video. All right, that's it. That's all you need. So I'm going to go over again. You need glass scraper, paper towel, dish soap, pair of scissors, lock for your Tabare, 1 sheet of 4 by 8 feet, 8 inch, a 1/4 inch thick Masonite or hard board, toolbox. You will need a 2 3-inch gesso brush, glass palette, and at least a 8 1 by 2 by 6 pine board. Now I will be giving you a list of these things the first day of class, but again, if you lose it, you can't find it, you can definitely check this this channel out. All right, thanks. See you in class.